y'all, welcome to the Just Montina channel where we're having conversations about marriage, men, and mindset. So I recorded a whole 30-minute video, and you know what? My mic here actually died. So I'm like, oh, but you know what? I got time today. So I guess I'll shorten this video because I do have to get some things done. But I have some things I need to talk to y'all about. So I got my hair done, I took my hat off and everything because I put my glasses on for this video. So again, if you don't know me, and I know you're probably thinking, you look like a teacher. I used to be a teacher back in my 20s. Did y'all know that I was a school teacher, middle school teacher? So I'm going to talk today. I do have my notes, but I didn't scratched out everything. And I guess it's really good that I decompressed in that video because now the things that I'll share will be a little bit more polished. So to my men that watch my videos, hey y'all, my DEAs, distinguished, educated, experienced, admirable men that women appreciate and admire. Y'all are some amazing, awesome men. My husband's over 50 and he is my Superman. So welcome to my channel. So I'm going to keep this very succinct because I need to get through my notes and I need to get back to work. Let's talk, y'all. Okay. The reason why I wanted to create this longer video, and it's basically, I already titled it on my thumbnail, F y'all, to my critics and detractors, because I've been getting comments from women that are just not acceptable. I've had my YouTube channel. I've been on YouTube since 2009. So this is a new channel. So some of the nasty hyena, wild troll women leave comments like, go get your bag. I guess you're doing this to get your bag. Are y'all for real? I am not doing this to get no bag off no YouTube. In case you don't know, Montina is my real name. I'm the third Montina in my family. My youngest daughter is the fourth. So it goes first name, middle. I'm a first name. My daughter's the middle. And the next one, hopefully, one of my children will name one of their daughters Montina. So it's a family name and I'm Googleable. You can Google me. You can also find me on LinkedIn. I am a real person. This is me. This is really me. So when you all are leaving, these hyena comments, I go look at your videos and I realize you don't have any. And I go look at your avatar and I realize you don't have one. And I realize some of you all just are on YouTube to troll other people. And you really need to go find you something to do other than trolling people. Maybe be a little bit more productive in society or create your own channel where you can deliver the advice that you leave on other people's videos and create your own channel and build your life. In case you don't know, I wrote a book about YouTube called YouTube Secrets Revealed. The Beginner's Guide to YouTube Marketing back in, I don't know, 2011, 2012. Yeah, it's on Amazon. I haven't updated it or anything like that because I never did YouTube for money. I did it for fun. I grew a business from YouTube called CIA Media Group. We are a digital marketing video production company, and we put our clients' marketing dollars to work. I am booked solid probably through 2024, 2025. I'm not even taking new clients at all. And this is 2023 and I'm booked solid. So again, I am a real person. So doing this channel is pure fun for me. I have a main channel called Spark Wisdom. And my mission on that channel is to inspire, educate, and share information that helps you thrive in life and thrive in business. And I always say, if that sounds good to you, subscribe. So, hey, Sparks, if y'all are over here too. And the Just Montina channel has really, it came about because my audience, I mean, when I met my husband, I was just like, wow, I did not know this type of love existed, this type of man existed on this earth. He is literally God in human form for me. He is perfect for me. He probably wouldn't be perfect for you, but that's okay. He's my man. And I wanted to share with my audience was like, yeah, no, we don't want this. They don't like it. So I was like, oh, I can't be sharing over here. I got to move all of this content to a new channel. And originally I was going to move all of the content. So some of the older videos you'll see on this channel are just like the thumbnail and not me. But then I realized I'll put those videos back up on that channel and I'll just start new over here on this channel. And my goal was 100 subs a month. And I've far exceeded that goal. And then I really want some of you all to join the Happy Wife Project because it's the wild, wild west out in the dating world for women over 40. And if you're like me, you just didn't know. And so I want you to know that there are great men out here. I wanted to create a group where we talk about men and celebrate them and praise them and think of ways to do more and add more value to their lives, then I help you with your match profiles and I become more of your mentor, not even a dating coach. I'm not a dating coach. I want to be your mentor. So that's why I created the Happy Wife Project, because if you as a woman are happy, it just makes everyone else's life around you so much easier. And women just struggle in relationships because there's no women out here really giving these positive messages and telling the truth about relationships. So that's why I created that. So I talked about starting a YouTube channel, and I'm just gonna have to check these off again. I'm not on TikTok, so I think some of you all, especially the trolls, because I know y'all gonna watch these messages that leave me these nasty hyena trifling messages, paragraphs. I'm not on TikTok. I really don't know everything that's going on in the world. I live on my side of YouTube and I'm on LinkedIn. So I'm not, unless my daughter sends me these weird things from TikToks and the Instagrams, I'm not even on Facebook. I might have a profile, but I'm not active on any platform. I'm not even spying on people on platforms. I created like an Instagram account because I have a vegan chef daughter, Vegan Hippie Soul, and that's Vegan Hippie, HIPPIESOL. I wanted to follow her. I don't do that stuff. My oldest daughter has like 250,000 followers on TikTok. I don't follow this stuff. I just don't. I don't want to. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I am in Pilates. I'm at the gym. I'm reading a book. I'm serving my husband, or I'm working. Like I'm living my best life, or I might be taking a nap or something. I'm living out loud for real. So I don't see what you all see, but I can tell you right now from what I'm seeing on YouTube, it is a mess. And for women that don't catch this message, um, you're running out of time. My young women, when I talk about y'all need a grandma, auntie, mama, mentor, your GAM. If they're not positive, some woman left me this nasty comment we'll talk about, then leave them alone. If you're around women that are like, oh, all men are cheaters, don't respond. Just walk away. Just say, oh, that hasn't been my experience. You'll notice if you all follow if you're watching this, you probably follow my channel. I don't even, one woman, sweet, I've watched her videos, and she just to talk about, left a comment about something not being grown men, they're grown boys. I don't believe in calling specifically black men boys. And I said, well, I don't, something about not view men that way. But that's my core belief. I like men. I love men. I think men are amazing. I love my husband. I love my son. I love my uncles. Um, I loved my father when he was alive, my grandfather. There are good men and bad men, but I don't believe in calling black men boys. I don't believe in calling them Pookies and Ray Rays. And, one man got real nasty talking about, I was defending Pookies and Ray Rays. Pookies and rabies. That is so like there's no other group of people that call their men derogatory terms except for black people. And just in ADOS, I'm an American descendant of slavery. My grandma does have Creole descent, but my great 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 grandma spoke French. It was so far down the line. You might see it in my hair. I do have my hair twisted. My hair is like down to here in the twist. But I take good care of my hair. So I don't know if it's because it's Creole descent way, way back. And, on my grandfather's birth certificate, I've done ancestry. It was listed as Native American. But come on, y'all. Down the line, I'm black. Okay. um, but there's a lot to be said. But this is not just a black women's issue. And what I'm doing on my channel is I'd like to educate you all and inspire you all to think differently, because you all think this is a black issue, that all of the passport bros, that's not new. I don't know why y'all are even angry about it. Compete. Y'all, in the past, black women have been angry that black men date white women. Compete. White women do certain things. No, they do have a level, they're different than us. I always say white women play the damsel in damn distress really, really well, because they know how to be vulnerable to get what they want. Be vulnerable as a black woman. Stop being the survivor. Stop feeling like you gotta have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Stop feeling like you can't ask for help. I went in the gym this morning. To give you an idea, I was about 15 feet away from the door. I got, was out my vehicle, and a man saw me, was at the door, and held the door up. And so I'm just kind of I'm scooting, I'm going a little bit faster, as I say, chop chop to my kids than I normally would. And I said, thank you so much. Oh, I so appreciate you holding the door. And he said, wow, there's about two of you in the world. Why is he so surprised? Because I'm being friendly. And that's part of the challenge. As black women, you all, we need to understand that it is just okay. We are beautiful, naturally feminine, but collectively as a womanhood, we as women are just not the problem as Black women, but you all think you're the problem, but you're not. Asian women aren't marrying their men. Their men can't even get married. Uh, um who else was I, because I said some of this stuff in my last video. The white women know they need to marry young, but these white men are silent. They do a silent exodus. If you are well traveled, you know, anywhere you go in the world, you see white men. You'll see European, but I'm talking about white American men leave all the time, and they leave in whole families. So don't think it's just you. Asian women don't want to marry their men because they don't want to be married anymore. They're, you know, they don't care if they're leftover women. Some of them do, but they don't want to marry. The white women are kind of like, you know, take it or leave it, because they know how to finesse and get what they want in corporate. So they're like, I don't know. But Black women, you all and we all as a collective need to be helping, inspiring each other, not leaving nasty comments and being hyenas. And I see the women on the internet chastising y'all. I mean, good Lord, are y'all not tired of that? Like, oh, it could not be me. So let me go through my notes because I don't feel like talking for 30 minutes. Longevity does not equal success in any relationship. Some of y'all are getting on here and like, oh, I've been married 20 years. Okay, so what? Who cares? I used to be so embarrassed that, you know, my husband and I only been married now less than a year. So what? We married. We got out of miserable marriages. And some of you all are in miserable marriages that still appear to be healthy. You're not beating each other up, and you know, you're not technically cheating. There's no addictions, there's no abuse, but you are so unhappy. You're not sleeping with your spouse. They don't want to sleep with you. It's not just men in sexist marriages and women. Like, you don't want to sleep with each other because you guys just have grown so far apart and don't know how to rekindle and light that spark. So, healthy is relative. A lot of you all are talking. People shouldn't be talking about relationships. They don't have healthy relationships. You can learn a lot from a divorcee. I was a divorcee, twice divorced. My husband was twice divorced, and you can learn a lot from us. And the irony of it is, in our last divorces, we married our ex-spouses the same month, same year, divorced them the same exact day. Our divorces were final the same exact day, and he was in Virginia, I was in Georgia, which is crazy. So healthy is relative. Success is relative in a relationship and in a marriage. Monogamy does not equal marriage. I know that there are women that get cheated on in marriages and men that get cheated on, but so there are single people that get cheated on too. So again, you have to define your relationship the way it works for you. Okay, now poly stuff wouldn't work for me. Okay, I'm a Leo. I like what belongs to me. My husband's very territorial in his very masculine energy frame, which is why he tells me all the time, I picked you, I chose you, I gave you my last name. Whose last name you have? I was like, Mr. Frazier. That's my honey. So again, I talk about checking it off. If you're happy being single, I'm happy for you. You will not be happy in a relationship if you're not happy single. You have to be happy single. Um, there are so many women out here that just don't have a clue of what's going on. I was one of them. When my daughter was like, Mom, I'm gonna put you on Match. And if you've watched my videos, you know that story. I was like, you know, I got time. I don't know if I want to get married. And she's like, Mom, you don't understand. And that's why I'm really talking to my women over 40. My younger women, y'all still got some time to figure this out, because I just don't know. I have to talk to them. I have to reserve my energy for my daughter. But Miss Tina could be a mentor to you, but y'all, it's a little different. And I have been so far removed, 20 years out of your age bracket, that I don't know. And my daughter and I have very intimate conversations. But for my women over 40, y'all just don't have a clue. I didn't have a clue it was this battle here. I didn't have a clue that, you know, there was like competition out here. I didn't have a clue. You know, men over 50 want to be married, but they are looking for something very specific in the women, because this is the second batch of quote unquote good men. They've already been married. And if they're over 40 and haven't been married, the likelihood of them getting married is so low that I wouldn't even consider dating them if I were you. Um, my husband is like amazing, but I would not have met my husband if I waited maybe 2 or 3 weeks longer than I did to get back on Match. I wouldn't have met him. My husband waited a year. Unfortunately, his mother had passed. He took a whole year off to just regroup, and was single. Had already, like I said, been twice divorced like me, but he knew he wanted to get married again. And I, even when I met him, kind of wanted to wait like a year to get very serious and things like that. And I would not have met him had I kind of stayed with that. So again, you're really running out of time, and no one's talking about it because they're teaching you how to be feminine and how to be, um, what else do I see on the internet? You do need to be trauma free and work through things with a therapist, but that femininity and all of that, like at 40, watch Dynasty, watch Young and the Restless, watch Bold and Beautiful, watch As the World Turns, Girl Guiding Light. Yeah, they still on because I need to start. I think I'm gonna start watching me some soap operas. Give me something to do during the day. I think I am. I think I am. So anyway, I am so silly, y'all. I am really like this in real life. So but I just didn't know. And that's all I can say. That's why when I say it's like the Wild Wild West, once I got on Match, I'm going to tell you my experience on Match where men were literally trying to basically sell me on why they were so great. They were like, I can cook. I could. It really was like, if you really are like what I call the finest woman, you're fit, you're friendly, you're fun. You are interesting, nice, energetic, sassy. Honey, you have a little sexy, but you already naturally sexy over 40 because we understand what to do. And trauma free, that means, you just leave your past in the past. I never overshared things with my husband. These men want you and they are competing for you. They know they're competing too. See, that's the thing. You all are kind of stuck in the internet, you know, world because y'all are all over. But most of the men, like my husband isn't on the internet. My husband don't even know nothing about no manosphere. My husband didn't even know about Kevin Samuels and didn't like Kevin Samuels when I used to listen to him. I don't like him. And so I finally had to like break it down who he was and how he was getting the benefits of him and said, hey, baby, just listen to something else. Because my husband is very pro woman. He has sisters. He loved his mother. Good Lord, my husband loved his mother. And he doesn't really like hearing about men talking down to women. And that's all he saw Kevin doing. Kevin just bashes women. So these men on that Match, they're not in this space yet, but they're going to be in this space soon. Because once I introduced my husband to Kevin, then they were at the job talking about Kevin. These men are watching the P Valleys. These men are coming on, and they're like, oh, so I should have this different type of standard because men are very forgiving of your bodies over 40. They are very forgiving of your little attitudes because they understand a little bit. But now they're kind of like, yeah, no, maybe I just go a little younger. Maybe I'll just have another child and deal with that. But this woman knows better. So I'm just telling y'all, you don't have time. All right, moving on. When I talk about a mentor, that's really for my younger women again. You all need a whole team. You really do. Like, that's why you need your generation of your grandma to listen to. If she bashes men, like, and she's single and she's alone and divorced or whatever, like, still pay attention to that because you probably don't want to end up that way. You don't want to attract an abusive man or controlling man. So some of the things that they say are true, but I hate to say that's what the generation back then did, but you know, my grandmother's told me some stories about my grandfather that I will never repeat until, unless she passes. But some of the things are just like really hard to digest and comprehend. That's the men were beating the women back then, and the men were doing inappropriate things, not sexually and things, but I'm talking cheating on women, beating women, because they felt like they were the providers and they could do that, and the women didn't speak up because they didn't have degrees. So now we're in a whole different, you know, generation, and these men know they can't do that. They go into prison. They put their hands on you. So again, it's about thinking differently. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. Let's see here. What did I have here? Actually, the last one can see this one. Women's groups. I really like April Mason's femininity group. I joined it maybe for a few months, and I was like, oh, I didn't need it. But she gives great reminders if you're kind of struggling with your femininity. I think April gets it right. There are other women's groups where I just think they're kind of harsh. And again, I don't think that, I'm not going to take nobody talking to me in a chastising way. Are you crazy? But that's me. That's me. I'd rather read a book and do the work because y'all think as black women are the only ones dealing with this, and you're not. That's what's so funny. But yeah, take time to sit down and read a book like Patricia Allen's The Secret to Getting an I Do, the one I talk about all the time. You'll recognize that this is not just a black woman issue. White women have been dealing with this stuff for years because their men do the silent exodus. Their men do whatever the hell they want. They've been dealing with stuff for a long time. So pay attention. But I was in some women's groups that didn't work for me, which is why I created my own, the Happy Wife Project, because I want to talk about men. I want to talk about dating. I want to celebrate women. I want to talk about being happy. I want to talk about being attractive. Yeah, I want to talk about those things. And I want to celebrate us as women that want to be this feminine, soft woman. A woman, a friend that I had for years was like, Montina, you live in a soft life. And I guess this is like something on the internet. I said, girl, I just am in love. I have an amazing husband. I appreciate him. I adore him. It's just life is good. She's like, that's what the soft life is. So if y'all want to live, I guess, a soft life out there, whatever, you don't have to be out here struggling. You don't have to be out here working forever. I got to talk about that too. One of the suggestions I remember that I shared on the video that didn't record the audio was some of you all, have you considered living together? Have you considered three or four of you with your children helping each other? Someone's always home. You won't have to pay for daycare because someone works during the day. Maybe somebody has a night shift. You could split all of the bills. You can live in a beautiful home, maybe where the rent is about $3,000 or $4,000, and you can split that. So let's just say you'll have $6,000 a month in bills. Let's say 7,000. Let's say 6,000. That's actually pretty reasonable. Split between three people is 2,000, and you can hire a chef and a housekeeper. Well, guess what? If you're paying $2,000 a month and everything's covered, bring in a chef, bring in a housekeeper. Well, now if you're making, most of y'all women out here making about 80,000 a year. So let's say your take home's about 60,000 a year, but you're paying 2,000 a month, so that's about 24,000 a year, which leaves you with about 46,000, right? Am I right? Or let's say 36,000. You literally could take 30, let's say you want 500 a month for like extra or incidentals, but if you could put 25,000 a year up, well, after 4 years, you have 100,000. After about 10 years, you have about 200 and something thousand. Y'all, y'all need to live together. Some of y'all are just like adamant, I don't want a man. We'll live together. Don't get no dog. Get a best friend and y'all start splitting these bills. Y'all need to have these real conversations. I was going to do it. That's why I brought it up in a video and said, hey, have you considered being a gold girl? I think this is a joke. And you see white women doing it. It's not a joke. Oh, my tummy is growling. I got to go. All right. So last things on here. I think I hit everything, but let me talk about this comment I got from this hyena that deleted it. I wish you'd have left it up. I guess y'all don't think I clap back, but I got a main channel. I'm not new to this. I'm really here because I care. So yeah. Basically, she was saying, basically, it's nice I found a man, but I'm on the internet trying to get my bag, and I need to stop teaching young women that there's someone out there for them and start teaching them to enjoy their own company, explore the world to the fullest, make something for themselves, and better the world through their intelligence and respect for the process of growing. Talking about as the older generation messes up and why we perpetuate such unhealthy cycles of distress and plain disrespect. This is a married woman telling me to tell y'all not to get married. That's why I'm telling y'all, there are women out here. It ain't just the single women keeping you single. It's these married women that chose the wrong spouse or did not continue the romance in the relationship or whatever. It could be the man, it could be the woman, but for whatever reason, they're like, they're not happy married, so they're projecting onto you. Stay away from women like that. Stay away from them. You can travel the world, but why not have a spouse to do it with? It makes life so much easier. But I just want y'all to know this person this is just crazy. And I don't even have the energy to say it again. But then, this getting this bag on YouTube, whew, y'all got to stop that. Y'all be leaving these comments to me. Get your bag on YouTube. How about I get my bag with the Happy Wife Project so you can be a happy wife? I would love to get my bag over there. Join happywifeproject.com. That's where I get my bag. And my men, I do got a $5 option where y'all need to join. You can't have access to none of the content, but you'll be supporting my channel. Since y'all talking about y'all want to pass the collection plate, come on, support my channel. So as always, I'm tired. I got my water here. This is not an energy drink, but it is actually alkaline water, pH water. So as always, thank y'all so much for watching. And I say on my Spark channel, my Spark Wisdom, who's going to be the spark to ignite the conversation. So ignite the conversation over here. Leave me an emoji. That's just everything I wanted to share, but I'm having a blast. I want to help 100 women get married. Say I do. Y'all can invite me to the weddings. I want to mentor some of y'all younger women. I didn't grow up with a mother. My mother left when I was 18 months old. I never met her. My grandma, I was gone from her house at 12, gone from my aunt's house at 16, lived in homeless shelters and homeless shelter, YWCA, and just, I had a tough life. And I really believe the women around me when I was younger just weren't good women, because they should have been talking to me about being pregnant, not being married, living with the father of my children for all those years. That's why I say there's just women that just don't like you. So that's why I talk to young women the way I do. When I see them in the gym, I encourage them to do it forever. I'm like, y'all need to make sure that you're in here for life. Okay. This isn't a start stop thing. I have a problem with you all having all these kids and not thinking about marriage. So I'll bring it up. So I care about you. Okay. I want to see you succeed. So leave me a comment below. And if you have questions, you can ask me at askmontina@gmail.com. I do not respond to emails, but I will make a video for you. And join the happywifeproject.com because I do. I want to get my bags. I guess that's how I'm going to get it. Y'all so silly. All right. As always, thanks for watching, y'all. See you in the next video. Buddha's Chakame. Bye, y'all. Oh, Lord, let me go on and get my bag, y'all. Let me get my bag. Let me put this chair back because I got other work to do. I'll get my bag. Help me get the bag, y'all. Help me get the bag. Bye.